So any questions before I just go into the questions that were emailed to me? You can unmute or you could put it in the chat. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. So I'll just get started with some of the questions that were sent to me. But if you think of any questions that you have, go ahead and put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. So, all right, one question I got was, I have 3 new signees. So 3 new people just signed up under me. So with me being a new person, how do I help them? So my answer to that would be to, when I send you an email about training, or if you see any emails about training from DAC, send them over that email. And then, but the first thing you want to do is guide them and tell them to watch all the training videos that are already provided. That's the best and easiest way to get started. Okay, so someone asked, I have collected a few business contacts. How do I approach them? So the way I would approach them, I think we talked about it last week, was to create a simple script for yourself, something simple and easy that you can remember. So then that way you won't sound scripted, but you will get accustomed to saying the same thing over and over. And of course, you'll be saying that once you know your products well. But for a business, new business contacts, for me, I would just give them information. It wouldn't be that difficult. Really, you're just sharing the programs that you have available, and then you ask them, who do you know that might need our assistance? That's what I would do. That's simple. We got any questions or comments about that? If you do as we go along, if you could put it in the chat, that would be great. That'll help, because I get billions of questions email all the time. So so fire away, because now is the time when you got me, because I'm not always able to respond right away. I'm a little new at DAC as well. I'm around my 90-day mark. So I am not always able to answer questions right away, but I got a lot of answers for you right now today. So again, just put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. That's fine. So, but right now I'm going over the questions that were emailed over to me. Okay. So someone asked, one question someone asked is, why when I try to go into the back office for longevity, I am seeing a lot of health products. So there are 2 back offices. The health product I thought was a different site. So I'm going to just share my screen really quickly so that you know exactly what I mean by that. Because like I was saying last week, can you see my screen? Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So let me see. I'm going to try to go to, ooh, I got all sorts of, I'm going to have to block that out somehow. Okay, when you go to, ooh, okay, so this is the back office that, the question, this is the back office that she was looking for, I believe. So as you notice, it has a different email address here. Or maybe this is the email. Maybe this is where she was. I know that there are 2 different email addresses and they look different, or 2 different websites and they look different. But this one here, you see it says extranet.securefreedom, but this is where you would go to update your profile, or to make any changes, or to see how many associates you've enrolled, and to look at their names and to contact them. So this is where you would go for that. Okay. So apparently I've had a problem too because I already have it saved. But if we go to that initial, hold on one second. As you all can see, I'm really active. So since my email is up there, you can see I'm really, really active because I'm communicating about the product almost every day. So I am getting a lot of applications in every day. But last week we talked about when you get that initial email, when you first sign up for DAC, you get an email with a lot of different links. So this one here on the bottom, I'm trying to see if yep, that's the same place. So I don't know if this is what she's looking for, but somebody emailed that question and they were quite upset. So, but when I click on the bottom link, it takes me to the right place to update my information and to view anybody I've signed up. Did somebody have a question? Sounds like somebody had a question to address that. All right, we'll move on. Okay, so, all right, another question I got was, what do I call myself? Do I call myself a business loan broker or do I call myself a business loan agent? Okay, so you would call yourself a business loan agent. I know I've probably said broker a couple of times because I'm a real estate broker and a mortgage broker. So, but we are agents at DAC. We're money capital agents, business loan agents. All right. So far, I've gone over 5 questions that were emailed to me. Anybody on the call have any questions? You can put them in the chat or unmute yourself and let me know. Are you getting anything from this? Let me know. Let me know you're awake.
I'm happy somebody said that we are business loan agents. That's what it was?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for that.
Okay. All right. You got that's what you got so far?
So far, everything else I know.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's move on. All right, so this is a really popular question. Once you get a lot of people, once you start to get a lot of people submitting the application, you will get people to say duplicate email or they got a message that says they were a duplicate in the system. So in that instance, they might think that they've never applied. There are two responses to that. Number one, they could have a VPN on their phone, so they want to disable that and try a different device. Or number two, they might have tried before and it's in the system. So to clear that up, they can send an email to, I'm going to type it in the chat, but the email is support. Hold on one second. Email is support@biddyadvance.com. So only give this to your clients when they got a message that they're already in the system. That's when you want to give that out because we don't want to bog down their system with people just asking general questions when a lot of the information is right on the website, right? We want them to be able to help the clients and not be bogged down with unnecessary stuff. So we only give that email address when somebody gets a message that it's a duplicate in the system. Okay, so, all right, somebody else asked, or somebody else said, I never got an email and my client told me that they applied. Why haven't I received an email notice or anything like that? Anybody got an idea why that would happen from what you've seen in the trainings? Okay, so that might happen because now the system is only emailing us once they complete the process and really apply. And what I mean by really apply is going through all of the steps and linking their bank account so that they can be verified as they can be verified that they actually qualify to apply. So some people will submit an application and try not to link their bank account because they know they might not be making the 5K a month. So, and that's one of the requirements. So, we don't get notified until they actually link the bank account. So that's a full application submittal. All right, another question is, I have someone from Toronto who wants to try to get the 25K, or, somebody from Toronto. So as of right now, the loans are only for US citizens. Okay. And even for signups too, if you have somebody who wants to sign up who's from Canada or from another country, they just need to be a US citizen as well. And then they can sell the product or offer the product to US citizens. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Um, so is it wise, because since I'm new, um, I'm gonna start in my neighborhood first, but since my neighborhood is so small in West Virginia, um, can I reach out to people in New York City because that's where I'm from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I help people from all over the US. So we're not limited. That's the great thing, to be honest, in my opinion, about the program. We're not limited to one city or one state or anything like that. Okay. So somebody asked, I think they asked this last week too, but I don't think I elaborated. But somebody asked, what kinds of marketing would I do if I could not do social media marketing? So my response to that is, the first thing I would do is I would get me some business cards, or let me see here. One thing I would do, I would get some business card. Well, okay. I would get business cards or posters and pass those out. But the first thing I would do, the first thing I would do is I would probably Google and find business types of businesses in my area that I like or am familiar with, so that I am not intimidated to talk to the owner, right? So say if you're at a certain beauty salon, you go to a certain beauty salon and you have been for years, or a certain barbershop, you might want to go to places like that and take a flyer. I don't have a good flyer with me on my desk, but you could print out some flyers. And again, I put the link here for Canva to make some really nice flyers. I can't believe I don't have any sitting right here. As much as but like here's a flyer I created on Canva too, and this is about business mortgage loans. This is about mortgage loans, but I mean, it was very simple to do. I just plopped in the picture, changed the text, printed it in black and white, and went to a neighborhood. So that was easy to do. And another thing I might do too, I would Google businesses in my area, or pick up a Yellow Pages and then talk to the people, tell them what I'm offering, and then I would ask if it's okay if I mail them. So I would get something like this, like refrigerator magnets, right? That you can mail to them and they'll put it on their fridge. And when they're ready, they'll remember you and they'll call. Now this is one I got for real estate. So, but you could get these printed and just, have your business loan agent, what you offer, your phone number, your website, like that. So you could make phone calls and then ask if it's okay if you mail them, and then mail them your card or a refrigerator magnet that you've already got customized, and that's it. So that's what I would do. I would make phone calls and mail them, right? And I would stay in touch that way if I wasn't doing social media. All right. Any comments about that? Okay. All right. All right. I only got 3 more questions, so I guess we'll wrap up once I'm done with these. If you don't have any questions for me. Actually, okay, that was my last question. That was my last question because I had some others on here twice. But so I'll say congrats again to Taisha Ruffin, had her first loan closing, and also Sherelle Davis had her first loan closing, and they are both new agents to DAC within the last 60 days. Any questions, comments, anything before we go?
When we talk to people, do we ever say that the loan is an advance loan when you're talking to people?
Yeah, I do. I say it's a business cash advance for businesses. Now you might see me advertise a lot about loan because people get lost in they don't pay attention when you say cash advance. A lot of people don't even understand that language. So that's how that goes. You may not even get anybody to pay attention to you if you say a cash advance. So most people are just accustomed to hearing the word loan. So I do present it that way, but I do let them know it's a cash advance. And then everything is very clear too and transparent once they start to do the application. Did that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we got a couple new callers on since we started. Did anybody have a win this week or any kind of wins they want to talk about or ask about? Is anybody closer to getting their first business loan actually closed? Anybody get any approvals? Okay, well, let's wrap it up. If there are no more questions, I will see you all next time.